Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here, UCCU Ballpark. We are in the one-loss bracket. This is actually game number 26 of the tournament. So just to run down of yesterday's scores real quick. Well, Bodie Wheatley out there. San Juan beat Milford, sent them home. That was 11-5. South Sevier right here beat Enterprise, sent Enterprise home. Knab beat Beaver, sent them to this ball game here. That was 1-0. And then Duchesne in the nightcap last night, 4-2, and put Grand County in today's one-loss bracket. So Bodie Wheatley just about to finish up his things. Bodie on the season. Let's get him some numbers here. A 0.49 ERA in 28 1/3 innings pitched. 8 bases and balls to 28 strikeouts, 5-0 record.
Yeah, Bodie Wheatley's been good. We've seen him not only start games, but come in the middle of the games, come in at the end of the game. Has done a nice job on the mound. We've also saw him play multiple positions on the field defensively. He'll be also batting back at leadoff here in this one today.
Yep, they seem to think a lot of things happen, a lot of good things happen with Bodie Wheatley in your lineup. So he's going to start things out on the mound, and he's going to start things out when they take the bat here in their half of the first inning. So coming to bat for the South Sevier Rams, Cannon Barney, 354 hitter with 22 runs driven in. Biggs Northup on deck, Peyton Ingram in the hole. Cannon, good leadoff hitter, good patient. Kind of a prototype. First pitch, curveball.
That's a good way to start if you're Bodie Wheatley, be able to get that curveball in there first pitch to the first batter for a strike.
Yep, Bodie's usually right around the strike zone until just the 8 walks in 28 1/3 innings. Another curveball, strike 2.
And we've seen Cannon be able to take pitches, but down 0-2, he's going to have to battle right here.
You haven't seen the fastball yet. Bodie's got a good one. It's going to tail in on him. There it is. Hits it right back at Bodie. Bodie bare hands it. Strike the first base for the out.
Yeah, and had Bodie not bare-handed that one, Cannon would have beat that one out. It was kind of a swing and bunt almost, as Wheatley had to come off and field that one next to the third baseline. Bare hands it, comes up with a really nice stroke. Cannon Barney doing a good job getting down the line, almost beat it out.
The little things make a difference right there. You just talked about on Bodie Wheatley. That'll bring up Biggs Northup, 442, 9 home runs, 32 driven in. First pitch from Bodie Wheatley. Fastball, it's going to go through 5-6 hole for the first base hit. So there goes the no-hitter.
Bodie Wheatley hit his spot. That's where the catcher, Braden Evans, called that when he wanted the fastball down and in on the inside part of the plate, and Biggs Northup just turns on it and hits it in that 5-6 hole.
Down and got it. That'll bring up Peyton Ingram. 405 average, 2 home runs, 19 driven in. Biggs has 4 stolen bases on the season, if you're wondering. He is a threat to go. Normally plays center field when he's not on the mound. Good speed, covers a lot of ground, got a good arm. So Bodie Wheatley to Peyton Ingram with one on. First pitch. Fastball stays upstairs, ball 1.
Yeah, Peyton Ingram had a really good day at the plate yesterday. He was hit by a pitch and then had 2 singles and a triple with an RBI. He was 3 for 3, hoping to stay hot here again today.
That's why they moved him up to the number 3 spot. Next pitch. Fast one. That's where that tailing fastball worked against him there. Stayed inside. Started in, stayed in.
Yeah, this is one of those games you win and you continue on. You lose this one and your season comes to an end. The winner will turn around and play again at 7 o'clock tonight against the winner of Grand San Juan.
Next pitch is lifted to the right-hand side, right at Andrew Holling's head. He's got it for out number 1. Just a step or 2 from the warning track there in left field.
Yeah, and Peyton did a good job. That pitch was out over the plate. Instead of trying to pull it and maybe rolling over that one and grounding into a double play, he went with it. He hit it well to right field, but Hollings said already playing fairly deep, able to go back and make a nice catch.
That'll bring up Kenyon Okerlund. Here's at third base today. 333 average, 5 driven in. Steps in. A little bit of an open stance. Bodie Wheatley's got his signal. That one's rolling away as well. Canyon fouls it off back here to our right.
Yeah, Canyon's capable. We saw him have a nice day yesterday at the plate too, but he's capable of hitting one in a gap right here, scoring Biggs Northrop from first base.
The 0-1. Wheatley just lobs it over to first base. I just don't like them. I don't like the lobs.
Well, and it's okay if you're going to have, you've got different pickoff moves, right? You're just trying to maybe even set him up, but, you know, you lob one over and then you turn and throw one hard, you might get him.
That's lifted towards center field. Gage Radden took a step or two in. He's got it for out number 3 on the F8. So, no runs on one hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on after half inning of play. Still no score with Beaver coming to bat in the bottom of the first. You're on V6 Media, KSL Sports, TeamIve.live, and MidUtahRadioSports.com. We'll be back.
It's never too early or too late to be thankful for new carpet or flooring. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring has a huge inventory and the service to back it up. Just come in and pick it out, and Shepherd's does the rest. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring will help you get rid of those old carpets and flooring and replace them with new stain-resistant carpets or luxury vinyl planks. Shop 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday, Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Check out Shepherd's at 410 North Main in Richfield, and the deal's done.
This is Mark Huntsman, President and CEO of Sunrise Engineering. Thank you to our clients and employees at Sunrise for the opportunity to work together to accomplish many great things. When you think of an engineering company, roads and water systems may come first to your mind. At Sunrise, we're in the people business. The people at Sunrise work hard to create solutions that work and relationships that last for the people of our communities. To become part of the Sunrise team or to learn more about our professional services, visit us at sunrise-ang.com.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
This is Central Utah's sports leader, KSVC.
Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here, UCCU Ballpark, 2A state baseball. Biggs Northrop up for his first half inning work. Biggs, I call him the gunslinger. Kind of comes mostly from the sidearm. He's got one of them wraparound deliveries. All of a sudden, that ball's on you. Doesn't throw that hard. He does have good, what I'd call effective velocity. He's got a good curveball that's going to go about 9-3. I've seen a lot of the curveballs in the early tournament have been 10-4, 11-5. He's going to have that good old movement where it tracks 9-3. So Bodie Wheatley will step in. Bodie comes in hitting 476, 23 driven in. And these statistics I'm getting you folks were at the start of the tournament yesterday.
Yeah, Bodie Wheatley coming to the plate, having a chance to maybe help himself out, get something going for this Beaver team.
First pitch. Sidearm fastball stays up the stairs for ball 1. Biggs, 3.27 ERA in 25 2/3 innings, 16 best in balls, 39 strikeouts. There's that curveball.
Yeah, Biggs has got to be able to throw strikes, and you know, to be effective, you've got to get ahead in the count on these hitters.
Throw the 1-1. This ball down and away.
That's a good spot to miss if you're going to miss. If you're Coach Eric Baker, you want to see Biggs Northrop missing down in the zone, not up.
He can hit to all fields. Got some good pop. That's right back at Biggs. Line drive for the L1 and out number 1. Good job there. Flashing a little leather to Biggs Northrop. Just ball just to the second base side. Just reached out there. Bang.
Yeah. Ball was hit pretty well right back up the middle, but like you said, Biggs Northrop, nice reflexes, nice snag right there, just getting that line drive comebacker.
DH, Raider Blomquist, 411 average, 17 driven in. First pitch. It's a curveball stayed outside on that one.
Yeah, I noticed too as Wheatley came across, what good leadoff hitters do is he was telling Rader what he saw, what kind of pitches Northrop has.
Yeah, Wheatley does it all. Stays outside as well. Too low.
That one had a little more velocity from Northrop. He brought a little extra right there, but falls behind 2-0. And Raider Blomquist got to look for a pitch to hit.
Pitch. He just kind of steadily worked it farther outside. Rader's not going to go. Rader's pretty patient. When he finds one he likes, he'll turn on it.
Yeah, and Biggs, like you said, he's throwing from the stretch, with regardless of whether there's a runner on base or not, he likes to throw out of the stretch.
Old automatic upstairs. And we've seen that high pitch throughout the tournament called mostly for a strike.
Yeah, Biggs on the right side of the pitcher's rubber.
3-1. It's lifted to the right-hand side. Cannon Barney retreating. He's got it for the F9 and out number 2. Good job, though, there. That went down and away. And Raider Blomquist just went that way with it.
Yeah, he did. Cannon Barney, he had to first take a couple nice crossover and run, and then he was able to backpedal and make the nice catch for out number 2.
Yeah, what little breeze wind we got's blowing right in his face. Deegan Blackner, 368 hitter, 20 runs driven in. First pitch. Right there, that's driven foul towards Coach Daniel Carter. The one-hand pickup.
Well, we saw Deegan Blackner yesterday. He was the leadoff hitter. Coach Carter's moved him around in the lineup. He's usually in that top 4 somewhere, but this time moved him to 3 to see if he can't maybe get some runners on ahead of him to give him a chance to drive him in.
There's that curveball. That throws him. He was backing away, and that 9-3 break got the inside corner. 0-2 on its way. Kind of a protect me swing. Fouled off to the third base side.
Yeah, and Blackner has his toes right on that inside line of that batter's box. Got really quick hands. He can afford to be down 0-2. He trusts his bat and his ability to swing the bat here.
Yeah, good speed. Fouls that and off again. Leads the team in stolen bases. Deegan Bailey in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, Blackner's the one player on this Beaver team that pretty much has the green light when he gets on base.
0-2 again. And getting looking. Kept this high and away. For the first strikeout of the game.
Yeah, you don't see that often.
But no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on after one complete inning. It's still 0-0. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
You're listening to exciting high school sports action on KSVC.
Yes, sir, and it has been exciting for the exciting ball games yesterday, all but the first one really close. And we expect something similar right here. We've got Beaver, South Sevier, Beaver the home team. South Sevier coming to bat in the top of the second inning. They'll go with 5, 6, and 7. Riker Freeman, Brace Brindley, Cameron Hesse. Freeman from the left-hand side. Wheatley ready to deal. First pitch, curveball. Right there, see, and there's a difference in the curveball. Wheatley's is more of an 11-5 break.
Well, and Wheatley was able to get out of that first inning with only 9 pitches thrown, even though he gave up a hit. So a really good, efficient inning for him, looking to duplicate that right here in the second.
I think that the fastball tries to get Riker Freeman to chase one up and away. Riker likes that ball from the middle half end.
Yeah, he does, and if you give it to him, man, he's been swinging a really hot bat lately.
Pitch, that's hit right towards the second baseman, short hop. Dave Smith over. Good hustle there by Riker Freeman, but the 4-3 put out got there just ahead of him.
Yeah, we've seen David Smith make some nice plays at second base. He's done a nice job at the plate, too, for this Beaver team. But good job of Bodie Wheatley getting the ground out, getting the first batter out here for the South Sevier team.
Rich Brindley, a 284 hitter. He's got 3 home runs, so he's got some pop. Got a little friendly wind coming in from the northeast. Not as stiff as it was yesterday morning at this time, but nonetheless, if you get the ball up there, you get a little help. First pitch. Upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah,
Fastball.
Good job, Race Brindley, laying off that. You know, if you've got to lay off the high stuff and force Bodie Wheatley to bring it down in the zone where you like it.
Next pitch in the dirt. Well, as the old saying goes, don't help out the pitch. Don't hit his bad pitches. Wait for the good ones.
Yeah, make him pay when he does. When he throws you the pitch you're looking for, you got to be ready for it and be aggressive and attack it.
Next pitch, outside for ball 3. Well, if you're South Sevier, you'd like to run him through a bunch of pitches.
Yeah, because he was really efficient in that first inning.
Next 3-0, swinging. Deegan Bailey across the diamond. Davin Norton got pulled off, and I think got stepped on. So the first error of the ball game is going to go to the Beavers on the E5.
Yeah, and that's tough. Bailey threw a really good game yesterday. I'm sure his arm's a little tight, maybe not quite as loose as he would like it to be, but he still had to make a nice, strong throw. Just pulled off Orton there at first base, and Brace Brindley swinging 3-0 safely at first.
So that'll bring up Cameron Hesse, 348, 13 driven in. Brace got 2 stolen bases on the season. First pitch called strike.
Coach Baker giving the signs there at third base.
If he's only got 2 stolen bases, I think I've seen both of them this season, so I'm wondering about that one. Bodie across this time, a little better throw than we saw earlier in the ball game.
Yeah, it wasn't quite the lob, but it wasn't a real good pickoff move. It was more or less just to say, hey, I know you're there, and keep him thinking about the pitcher not being able to get out there and get a real big lead. 2.5,
and then moves to 3-step lead. Curveball, rip foul, but he turned on that curveball.
Well, these South Sevier hitters are the velocity from Staley to Wheatley's a little bit different today, and so they're way out in front. They might need to make an adjustment, scoot up in the box a little bit. Just way out in front on Wheatley.
The 0-2 pitch. Went out. That one stays upstairs.
That's a tough pitch to lay off of. Just give Hesse a lot of credit. 0-2, and he knows the zone. That ball was a little bit up and in, but it was marginal, and a good pitch from Wheatley, maybe getting him to chase, but he didn't.
Mixing up a little higher, a little tighter. That umpire sets well inside on this thing.
Yeah,
it's just that particular pitch, but.
And that pitch wasn't as close as the last one, so now Wheatley even the count 2-2.
He's well inside. Next pitch fouled off. Okay, keep things at 2-2. Be the 6th pitch in the at-bat to Cameron Hesse. So after just 9 pitches, that's 3, 7. This will be pitch number 13 just this inning alone. Still just the 1 out. And at 21. We'll have him at 29. Yeah, there's 29. This is 6. Next pitch upstairs. That gets by Evans.
Yeah, finally Brindley realized it got behind him and was able just to jog down to second base. But got to be aggressive on a good secondary lead and then be really following that ball all the way from the pitcher into home plate. And if it gets away from the catcher, and that one, even Evans kind of lost it, didn't realize it wasn't in his glove. It hit right off his glove and went back to the Utah Valley signature right there.
So the count's full. That was lifted high in the air. See whether Radden called him off. Then he tags up. He might have left a little early. See if they appeal it.
Yeah, they're going for
F8.
Safe. They did appeal it, but he called him safe. And smart base running right there from Brindley to be able to tag up on that one. It wasn't really hit that deep, but he's able to tag up and get in to third base safely. So that moves the go-ahead run right here. We're in a 0-0 tie it 90 feet away at third base.
Brings up Jagger Red. Jagger, a 247 hitter with 20 driven in on the season. So Braden Evans is going to be big here. Bodie Wheatley steps off. He's going to have to keep everything in front of him. A lot of room and foul territory here at UCCU ballpark.
Yeah, Jagger Red right now with the chance to give his team the lead.
Swing and miss. He wasn't looking for just the one run. He was looking for putting the deuce up on the scoreboard right there.
Yeah, and Bodie Wheatley calls time. He wants Evans to come out and talk to him. Not sure what they're discussing right there exactly, but maybe the ability to.
Well, he's getting signals from the dugout. Bodie Wheatley's kind of an independent. I've seen it through the year. He'll shake it off and come. He just wants to let Evans know probably that he may shake one off, and just because it comes from the dugout don't necessarily mean that that's what he's going to see. Well, cross him up with somebody on third base here. Yeah,
I think you're right, making sure that they're on the same page, because anything that gets by Evans is going to give South Sevier the 1-0 lead.
So the 1-1 pitch, swing and miss, strike two. That needs to shorten up just a little bit.
I was just going to say that was a big swing, and that's okay to take that big swing right there. But now with 2 strikes, you shorten up, you kind of protect the plate. You're working to just try to get a base hit and move that runner in.
Pitch outside, tries to get him changed. Good job of framing the ball by Braden. Haven't seen him work with the assistant coach before the ball game right down here, working on framing that baseball. Got to be a good fluid move, Next pitch, in the dirt. Good stop there. We can count full.
Yeah, good job, Evans, keeping that one in front. Even Wheatley recognizing, knowing I've got to get in there if a ball does get by. Because sometimes we've seen that where the pitcher's been there waiting and they've been able to get that runner coming home. When the pitcher's not there, he's usually safe. A good piece of hitting right there from Jagger Red as he fouls that one straight back and keeps this at-bat alive. Battling with a full count now, looking to get base hit or ball four.
A little different swing, too.
Yeah.
Not the big swing that time. Going to poke one somewhere. Next pitch, down in the dirt. Patience pays.
Good job of Red to work that at-bat and turn it into a walk.
First base on balls.
Point second base, number 32, Payson Mitchell.
Yeah, that's going to bring up Payson Mitchell, the only senior on this South Sevier team. That he's the second baseman, but we saw him yesterday with a nice hit, and he was able to execute in a key situation for Coach Baker and lay down a nice bunt.
Yeah, comes in hitting 281, 15 driven in. First pitch, been down right now. The last 2 pitches for Bodie Wheatley. You want to miss down there, but you also want to hit that strike zone. Jagger Red, I just show with the 1 stolen base on the season. I think they're sandbagging us on them too. Talk to Coach Baker. Next pitch, up and away.
Yeah, 2-0 count right here to Payson Mitchell. This is definitely a hitter's count. You've got to be really selective, but at the same time, you're looking at one pitch in that one zone, whether it be fastball middle in or a fastball away. If that's the pitch you're looking for and you get it, you've got to be able to really hammer it in the gap right here.
Come out of your cleats swinging, huh?
Well, and you see Radden, he's kind of playing shallow there in center field.
2-0. Misses inside, ball 3.
And now 3-0. I think you're probably going to make him throw 1 strike for sure, maybe 2, and get back to the top of the order and have a chance with loaded bases.
Pitch. Yeah. Real automatic, but that's that one that's been called through most of the tournament.
Yeah, good pitch from Wheatley. You don't want to just give in and walk him. come back, take one pitch at a time, battle back right here, and try to get Mitchell.
3-1. He's going to find a hole up there on the first and second baseman in the 3-4 hole for the first run of the ball game. Second hit in the ball game. And the RBI for Payson Mitchell comes up big again. You talked about the senior.
Yeah, and you know what? I like the change in the lineup where Coach Baker shifted a couple of guys in the lineup. But the other thing, you got to go back to the at-bat from Jagger Red. If he doesn't draw that walk, Payson Mitchell probably doesn't get that hit and have a chance because he's holding the runner, holding Jagger Red there, left a big gap in that 4-3 hole, and a nice piece of hitting from Payson Mitchell.
Mitchell with 3 stolen bases. Cannon Barney, big swing on the first pitch and misses. Cannon grounded out, pitcher to first base his first time up, come in hitting 354, 22 driven in.
Yeah, we talked about Cannon, the ability to take pitches. He's a good leadoff hitter. He sees a lot of pitches, but he's got to be aggressive in this situation. Runner in scoring position, 2 out.
Good curveball there to go 0-2, so he's going to shorten up a little bit here. See if he can't imitate Payson Mitchell there, maybe take one to right.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything big, just a nice base hit.
Runners at first and second. Jagger Red, Payson Mitchell. Evans going to go out and have a visit with his right-hander.
Well, with runners at first and second, too, Orton able to play behind the runner there at first base and even kind of shift over towards second base just a little bit and play some area.
Yeah, not the fastest runners out there, but good speed, good athlete. Jagger Red there at second base. Something in the hole is, especially in the outfield, is going to score him something through on the infield. Let's see how hard it's hit. Next pitch. That's right at the third baseman. He's going to take it himself. That's the G5 and out number 3. So, 1 run on 1 hit. There was the 1 error in the inning, and there was 2 runners left on after 1.5, 1-0. South Sevier. Beaver coming to bat at UCCU Ballpark on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports will be.
Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref.
That's simple human sense.
Call Corey Sorensen in Richfield or Cena Rasmussen in Salina for Sorensen Levitt Insurance.
Your connection for high school sports. KSBC.
Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here at UCCU Ballpark. Going into the bottom of the second. Beaver coming to bat. They will bring the 2. Oh, better get over to the Beaver side of the thing. Beaver will bring the 3-4 or 4-5-6 hitters. They find themselves down 1-0. Biggs Northup up there. Tough right-hander. Got that wraparound motion and slingshot 3/4 to sidearm. All of a sudden that ball's on. You got the good curveball.
Yeah,
9-3.
He threw 14 pitches that first inning.
Here's that curveball. It stays up, but that's where you want to start it out there. Get him bailing. Not to with Deegan Bailey. Got him bailing. But Deegan, 382 hitter, 20 driven in. Fouls that 1-0 pitch off to the right-hand side, even things up at 1-1. Want to appreciate KSL Sports, especially V6 Media, Team Hive.live for all the video here. Got some good camera angles for you. Watching from home or work. Next pitch. You get the corner, strike 2.
Yeah, nice pitch from Northrop right there to come across the, like you said, he's kind of throws across his body and a little bit of a sidearm release to it.
Way outside on that one. Even things up at 2-2. Yeah, we talked. You like to see that waist pitch a little closer. 2-2 to Deegan Bailey. Ho! Just got him right in the middle of the back. So the first freebie given up by the South Sevier Rams is the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the second inning. Don't like to see that. You just went out, put one on the board, and then you put the lead runner.
Yeah, and Big's upset with himself. You've seen it as soon as he let go of that one. He just didn't get the whip that he needed. And left that one right in the right-handed batter's box, and Bailey, the only thing he could do was turn and take it in the numbers.
Braden Evans, a .426 hitter. Deegan with 7 stolen bases, got a good lead. Ball's outside for ball 1. Good arm back there, Peyton Ingram. Not strong, but he's quick. Quick release, usually pretty accurate. 3-step lead, Biggs goes across, but it's to the home plate side, and no chance.
No, and Jagger did a nice job kind of coming off the bag. Instead of trying to catch and make a tag, just go catch the ball.
It's pitch lifted to the right-hand side. That's going to get out of play. Braden, a big, stocky kid. The Parrot Cutler Matheson in corner Max Prep's the only home run on the season for the Beavers. They're both pretty similar stature, I think. Back-to-back weight classes on the wrestling team. Good athletes. 1-1 pitch. That's hit right at the shortstop. That could be 2. There's 1. Across the diamond, that's it.
That ball was hit hard right to Blaze Finley. One hopper to him at the shortstop over to Payson Mitchell. On to Jagger Ed for the 6-4-3 double play. Nicely turned and done by the South Sevier infield.
That's the way it's written up. That's going to bring Andrew Hollingshead to the plate. He's a .342 hitter with 9 RBIs. Now that's one way to erase a freebie. Get your defense working behind you. South Sevier's got a good one. First pitch, Hollingshead swing over the top. I think that was straight change there.
Yeah, good looking pitch from Northrop and gets ahead 0-1. So far, him, especially with that double play, able to manage this second inning and the innings pitched, or number of pitches thrown this inning.
That's lifted to the right-hand side. I think that's going to get foul. Yep, right off the top rail of the bullpen. Good, nice facility here at UCCU Ballpark.
Yeah, it really is. It's we even saw yesterday. You know, you got the top. You got it open where you can get out and get the sun if you want it. But if there's a little bit of rain or you want the shade, you can go up underneath. And we saw that yesterday with the rain. Fans able to get up underneath there. And a nice day. Got a little bit of sun out here today. There is a little breeze. See both those flags out in center field, blowing from left to right.
Ball gets by. I have a
1-1 count. Yep.
He's got holding up 1-2, which I have 2-1. But ball's hit to Mitchell across there for the 4-2 putout. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. After 2 complete, 1-0 South Sevier. Coming to bat at the top of the third on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Team Hive.live, D6 Media, and KSL Sports. We'll be back.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sam P. Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sampetesteel.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Live play-by-play coverage of local high school sports. KSBC.
Old Babe Ruth was accused of saying a lot of things, kind of like Yogi Bear, probably a lot of things that he never actually said or were misinterpreted. Babe Ruth was a character. Yeah, we're back here, top of the third inning. Bodie Wheatley will face the 2-3-4 hitters. Big Northrop, Peyton Ingram, Canyon Okerlund. Biggs had a single his first time up. He's stranded right there at first base. Comes in 442, 9 home runs, so you got to be careful with him. First pitch.
Well, you can see the game plan is to pitch him on the inside part of the plate. He's got a little bit of an open stance. They don't want to let him get his hands extended. Well, that's right at the shortstop. Matheson across the diamond, up good scoop there by Davin Norton. We talked about the play of Davin Norton. He just pulled Cutler Matheson out of the soup right there on the 6-3 put out with that good scoop. Yeah, really nice play, but yeah, the throw was a little bit in the dirt, and nice scoop from Orton for the first out. Cutler Matheson's not afraid of the baseball. There are a lot of shortstops ball hit that hard, especially off the turf. You're going to see maybe a chin up in the air or whatever, but not Cutler Matheson. Curveball there, first pitch strike to Peyton Ingram. Yeah, and Peyton Ingram hit one pretty well last time. In fact, you see now Hollingshead's even deeper than he was the first time with Ingram up. About a step from the one. He cut curveball, tracks in there for called strike 2. Both left fielder and right fielder for Beaver playing pretty deep, shallow in center field. Swing and a miss. They're going to call the foul ball, I thought he said. I think just saying it was safe. He didn't catch it clean, so they throw him out there at first base. Okay, the strikeout, throw him out. So the first strikeout of the ball game for Bodie Wheatley. That'll bring up Canyon Okerlund, flew out center field his first time up. 333 hitter with 5 driven in. Bases empty. First pitch. Curveball right there. Strike 1. Yeah, Wheatley having a lot better inning here in the third than he did in the second. Give up the 1 run with the 1 hit. Well, there's one driven right at the left fielder, Deegan Blackner, though. Probably the hardest hit ball, I think. But the L7 is out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. After 2.5, it's still 1-0 with Beaver coming to bat at the top of the third. Here at V6 Media, KSL Sports, Team Out Live, and Mid-Utah Radio Sports. We'll be back.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
The City of Monroe is proud to have its own power company and to support South Sevier Athletics. Monroe City Power delivers nice, bright lights for every South Sevier athletic event at home. Having a public power company enables Monroe City to provide community improvements that could not be afforded otherwise, while keeping rates down at the same time. The City of Monroe and Monroe City Electric Department are proud of their South Sevier Rams and wish them well in all endeavors.
Barrett's Foodtown has been your hometown grocer since 1935, earning your business every day with its fast, friendly, and convenient services. Barrett's meat department is second to none. You don't have to call someone out of the back room to get that special cut of meat you desire and deserve. You don't have to play card games or put up with troublesome gimmicks. You save money every time you shop Barrett's Foodtown. Barrett's Foodtown supports local schools and sporting events. Shop Barrett's Foodtown in Salina or click on barrettsfoodtown.com or follow Barrett's on Facebook.
You're listening to Utah Sports Leader, KSBC.
Okay, Biggs North, about to start his third inning of work. Came in with 26 pitches. He's going to face the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Cutler Matheson, David Smith, and Davin Orton. Cutler, a 327 hitter, got the lone home run, according to Max Prep, 17 driven in. And he's set to steal the base when he gets on second in stolen bases to Deegan Blackner. One hit by pitch, one strikeout so far for Biggs Northup. It's that curveball, catches that corner. That's a pitch he's going to need to keep. You're going to have to keep him off balance.
Yeah, and that's the way you want to start, is first pitch strike, first batter out right here.
The curveball, swing and a miss by Cutler Matheson.
Yeah, Cutler struggled with the curveball this year a little bit. Just not seeing it like he normally does.
The 0-2. Oh, that one got away from him.
And Cutler doing a nice job shortening up, and you see him get up on the bat, choked up, and then he even steps out and he just works on just that practice swing, just a short, smooth swing. That's all he needs to do right here. Nothing too extra with the 2 strikes. You just got to battle.
About a half step up in the box, too. Oh, just about got him. Fastball stayed inside, and with that tail, just tail a little bit more. Cutler was willing to wear it, but just missed him. So the 2-2 pitch. On its way, there's the curveball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Tough pitch from Biggs Northrop, and he's not able to not only lay off it, which it was a strike regardless, but not able to make any connection right there. Just kind of pulled off instead of staying with that pitch and going to right field with it.
So they'll bring up David Smith, 500 with 2 driven in. Just late comer, that's hit towards Payson Mitchell. He's got it. The first Jagger Red for the 4-3 put out number 2.
Yeah, so far, Payson Mitchell there at second base getting a lot of action. Part of that's because of the way that Biggs Northrop's throwing that curveball, and these hitters from Beaver doing a nice job of hitting the ball where it's pitched, but they just have not been able to find a hole yet in this game.
First pitch, curveball right there to Davin Orton, 281 hitter. The 0-1. That's that tail-end fastball. Devin got on top of that and fouled it weakly off to the left-hand side. He's behind 0-2 here. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1-0 ball game in favor of the South Sevier Rams. Ooh, nice spot. Low and away.
Yeah, and that's a good one when you're heading the count 0-2 right there. Try to challenge him down and away. But Orton staying off that one.
Another one in the same spot, a little lower, but a little closer to the strike zone, but still ball 2. Even things up at 2-2. That's it. Oh, just past Canyon Oakland into left field for the first base hit in the ball game for the Beavers.
A really good piece of hitting. Davin Orton got behind 0-2, battled back to even at 2-2, and then gets a pitch kind of left up in the zone a little bit, middle in, and he just turns on it. And like you said, Okerlund just out of the reach of him there at third base.
Brings us back to Bodie Wheatley, a 476 hitter, 23 runs driven in, 11 stolen bases for Orton there at first base. First pitch is a ball. Wheatley looking down at Coach Daniel Carter. They're going to play for 1 run, or they're going to play for the lead. In fact, they're going to play for the lead, at least on
Yeah, and you see
one.
Coach Carter, he's telling Orton over there at first base, get a bigger lead. You got to get off. I think you'd like to see him take a chance right here, and if you do get thrown out, you start over with Bodie Wheatley and no outs, but they want to get him a bigger lead, be more aggressive there at first base.
Yep, Northrop heard you talking. He said, I'm going to go them put him back there where he belongs.
Yeah, and he's got a lot bigger lead now.
There's one that's hit slowly down the third base line. Ken Loken will grab that while it's foul for strike 2.
Yeah, we talked to some of the coaches yesterday. They really like this turf field. They feel like it plays more like true grass. It's not as fast as some turf fields. Utah Valley yesterday, even again, they just really take their time.
They did it again this morning, too.
They drag this field just like they do a normal field. Not that others don't do the same thing, but they really manicure it and take care of it well.
So the 1-2 pitch, there goes Orton. Ball was outside, so no real good chance for Ingram. So the stolen base on ball 2.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Carter why he wanted Orton to get a bigger lead. He wanted to take an advantage of an opportunity, and they did right there. Now Bodie Wheatley a chance to tie this game and help himself out on the mound.
Yep, a 2-out hit would probably do it. Get something in a hole somewhere. Nope, that's right at the shortstop. Grace Brindley across the diamond, pulled him off.
Yeah, that ball was just up the line towards right field, and Jagger Red had to come off the bag. He tried to stay on to hold it the best he could, but the ball, which, you'd rather him come off the bag and give up that than let the ball get by him, and that would have for sure scored the runner.
Yeah. So the first error. Errors are even on the scoreboard. The hits and the runs still favor the South Sevier. We're going to have a courtesy runner for Bodie Wheatley. That's going to be number 16.
Yeah, that's Davis Carter.
Davis Carter.
And he does have 14 stolen bases. He's second in stolen bases right behind Deegan Blackner.
So runners at first and third. It's what you'd call a predicament for the South Sevier Rams with Raider Blomquist coming to play, a 4'11" hitter. Carter fakes, but sticks around, ball 1.
And you just got to shake off that last play if you're South Sevier and just realize we only need 1 out. We got to force now at first or second base if they need to. Definitely, as far as Biggs Northrop, you got to buckle down up there on the mound and go to work here and hit your spots. You don't want to leave something to Raider Blomquist where he can tie this game up.
There goes the runner. They're just going to let him go. Pitches a ball. Stolen base.
Well, I still think, too, it doesn't get any easier with you're facing Raider Blomquist, but you got Deegan Blackner standing there on deck and Deegan Bailey in the hole. You got to go right at Blomquist. You don't want to see these other 2 hitters coming up with an extra base runner out there.
So 2-0 hitters count. Here's the pitch from Biggs Northup. Nice curveball. Stays inside.
Yeah, 3-0. I think he gave him the take right here, obviously. Wants to see if he can throw him a strike or 2 and then give Deegan Blackner a chance.
Well, there's a little automatic. That pitch in the upper part of the strike zone there on the outside. It's been a strike
and he's
most of the tournament.
Told him right there, hey, swing away. If it's your pitch, drive it, give us a lead here.
That ball's lifted to the right-hand side. Cannon Barney on his horse now. He retreats and got for the F9 and out number 3. Beavers threatens, but no runs. 1 hit. There was 1 error, and there are 2 runners left on base. After 3 complete, still 1-0. South Sevier coming to bat in the top of the 4th. On the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports. We'll be back.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have."
The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
This.com.
Your home for high school sports. KSBC.
Okay, we're back here, top of the fourth inning. South Sevier will bring the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Riker Freeman, Brace Brindley, Cameron Hesse. So the right on left. Riker grounded out hard to the second baseman. His first time up. Looks to bunt, lays down a dandy. If it stays fair, they're going to try and get it while it's foul.
Yeah, missed it by just about 2 inches right there. That ball stayed fair to begin with, and it just gradually just had enough spin on it when it went foul.
That was part of my discussion with Coach this morning, was that very thing with that very player.
Yeah.
So said,
well, great idea, right? You got Bailey playing back there at third base. There's no chance if Wheatley's going to get him. He's falling off as a right-hander towards the first base side.
Curve ball is going to catch the corner for strike 2.
Yeah, left-handers have an advantage right there. If they can bunt it all, they're good at slap bunting or just laying one down that third baseline. Now he's going to have to swing the bat.
0-2. Now the curve ball hits that towards the first baseman. Davin Orton's going to scoop that for the G3 and the first out. Riker trying to pull that outside pitch. That's usually what you get, that kind of a ground ball. Brace Brindley coming to bat. Got on an air and scored the only run of the ball game thus far. A 284 hitter. He's got 3 home runs, 22 driven in, so he's got some pop. First pitch from Wheatley. Stays up and in on that fastball.
Yeah, Brace, that first time he hit it hard down there to Bailey, and the throwing error was able to get on, and then we saw some good base running from Brindley as well.
Yeah, swung 3-0 on that error down there to Deegan Bailey at third base. Next pitch, swing and a miss on one that's an upper portion of the strike zone.
Yeah, he got him to chase right there. That pitch was definitely up out of the zone. I felt like it was probably going to be ball three, yeah, but instead strike 1.
2-1, curve ball, just misses. Wheatley wanted that one.
Yeah, 3-1 right here. This is a great.
He doesn't show much emotion, but he just a little bit. You got to look quick. That one's lifted high. Cutler Matheson's calling everybody off. He's got that for the P6. Out number 2.
Yeah, and that one, Brindley might have been just a little bit over aggressive and just gets under that pitch and lifts it up. Maybe not the best pitch, 3-1, but just missed it.
That'll bring up Cameron Hesse, 348 hitter, 13 driven in. He flew out to center field his first time up. First pitch. Curveball outside for ball 1. Cameron the DH today.
Yeah, and he hit it pretty good. Radden made a nice play out there in center field. He squared it up just right.
That's it, right at the third baseman. Deegan Bailey across the diamond, one hop. Good scoop there by Davin Orton. Davin Orton just like a vacuum over there. So the 5-3 put out is out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. After 3.5, it's still 1-0 with Beaver coming to bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning on V6 Media, KSL Sports, Team5.live, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. We'll be back.
Are you feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or struggling to cope with life's challenges? You're not alone. Finding the right support is the first step towards healing and wellness. Ryan Eddins, a licensed clinical social worker at Gunnison Valley Hospital's Family Practice and Wellness, is a trusted mental health professional who uses a variety of psychotherapy treatments, including EMDR, to help his patients take charge of their mental health and start living a more fulfilling life. Call Ryan Eddins at 435-528-2222 to schedule your appointment today.
Your home, life, and auto insurance deserve a winning team. Farmers Insurance Dan Cranny Agency introduces the newest member of the team, Gabe Cranny. Yep, it's now a doubleheader. But who needs insurance? If you own a home, farm, ranch, business, or have a spouse, children, or livestock, you need insurance. Get peace of mind with a winning team to make sure home sweet home stays that way. Call Dan or Gabe Cranny at Farmers Insurance in Richfield, 435-896-5453, 896-5453. America can depend on farmers.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a professional, personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they are committed to providing value beyond the project. It is their goal to create a place where people want to live, work, and enjoy life. Serving our local communities is something they are proud of, and it has been their privilege to do so for the past 40 years. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Life's hard. Don't make it harder.
Complete coverage of local high school sports on KSVC.
Okay, we're back. Deacon Blackner at bat for his first pitch swing and hits a soft ground ball out there to Payson Mitchell, who scoops and goes to Jagger Red for the 4-3 putout. Out number one here in the bottom of the fourth inning. One pitch, one out. Bigs came in with 47 pitches through three. Bodie Wheatley through three was at 55. So Deegan Bailey, he got on a base on balls, or he was the one hit by pitch in the first inning. Fouls the first pitch back, or in the second inning, I should say. Deegan, a 382 hitter, 20 runs driven in. The 0-1. Down for ball one.
Yeah, good eye right there, Deegan Bailey, trying to get something going. Nice job out there, Biggs Northrop. Only one hit so far allowed.
Curveball just misses. Yeah, 2 hits for the South Sevier Rams, just the 1 hit for the Beavers. 1-run lead for South Sevier Rams. The errors are even. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Yeah, really good swing right there. Good hack at it, just missed, but now he's going to have to battle with 2.
Next one's outside. That's going to make the count full.
Yeah, full count right here. Good at bat from Deegan Bailey with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th.
First full count for Biggs in the ballgame. Next pitch, curveball got him to help him out there and fish for one that was way outside. Fouls it off back here behind us.
Yeah, just kind of reaching for that one. Got to really go with that pitch and hit it hard down that right field line.
Pitch, fouls it back again. Be the 8th pitch in the at-bat to Deegan Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey doing a good job just fouling off pitches. Northrop's been good today. You know, he's hit Bailey was the only freebie he's given up. He's thrown a lot of strikes.
That ball's lifted. That's got trouble. That's got some distance. Nope, it's going to hit the warning track. Warning track power on that one. The F7 off the bat, I thought maybe it had a possibility. A little short porch right there in the corner. Gets deep pretty quick, though, from that point.
Yeah, and he hit it pretty good, but almost maybe like he got it too far on the end of the bat or something and just didn't get enough of it. And Stockton Roberts out there in left field able to just go over there and make the nice catch.
Braden Evans, a 426 hitter. Started that 6-4-3 double play to end the second inning. Takes ball 1. Next pitch, curveball. Stayed upstairs or inside, one of the two or both. 2 balls, no strike. Evans lifts one to the right side. That's going to drop in there in front of Cannon Barney for a base hit.
Yeah, nothing fancy. Evans just staying within himself, taking that pitch and kind of down and away, and drives it over the first baseman into right field. And he's got a little bit of fire and emotion trying to get his team fired up right here. Beaver got a runner on here with 2 outs. 2 hits apiece now for each of these teams.
And here's the Noah guy you were big on last night, Noah Wolf.
Yeah. There we go.
Noah Wolf. 7 stolen bases on the season. Good speed, good initial lead out there. Not going and swing. One fouled to the first base side by Andrew Hollingshead.
That's one thing right now, these Beaver hitters not able to really square up Biggs Northrop real well. His pitches has kept him off balance. We've seen some pitches where they've been able to get under him and just lift them too high or kind of roll over them and hit weak ground balls. Nothing really hit real hard off the Biggs yet in this game.
Good stop there by Jagger Red on that pickoff move that was in the dirt towards the outfield side. Strike 2.
Yeah, really good pitch. Kept that one down and away, and that's what you have to do with Hollingshead because he's a good hitter and he likes it. Same thing. He likes that pitch middle in. You got Canna Barney shading to where he can get to anything down that right field line. There is a big gap between him and Riker Freeman out there in center field.
342 hitter on the season. There goes the runner. Nope.
Yeah, Freeman just kind of bobbled that one, no chance, and Wisely didn't even make a throw. Realized he didn't have any chance, so now Noah Wolf with the stolen base, and 1-2 count here with 2 outs facing Hollingshead has a chance right here to tie this game.
Next pitch, the curveball hit towards first base. That's going to go foul. Jagger Red will pick it up while it's foul. Count will remain 1-2.
Yeah, Coach Carter saying to Noah Wolf, you need to get a little bit deeper out there at second base with 2 outs. Wants him to stay deeper so that he can cut that third base and make it a straight line into home on a base hit.
Grace Brindley praying back there, trying to hold him on. Next pitch outside, that'll even things up at 2-2.
Hollingshead 0 for 1 so far. Ground out to Payson Mitchell at second base, his first time up.
Big look out there at second base. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That'll end the inning. So, no runs. There was the 1 hit. Were no errors that inning. And there was 1 runner left on base. At the end of 4 complete is 1-0. South Sevier coming to bat. They'll be here in the top of the 5th inning on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Team Hot Dog Live, B6 Media, and KSL Sports will be back.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Okay, first pitch swinging, Jagger Red. Drives one in the hole out there in left center field. A good running catch there by Deegan Blackner for out number 1 on the F7. Every position on the field has a number. Pitcher 1, catcher 2, first to third, 3, 4, 5, shortstop 6, outfield left to right, 7, 8, and 9. A 7 is the fly out to the left fielder. First pitch swinging. Ball hit to Deegan Bailey across the first for out number 2. Just like that. 2 pitches, 2 outs on the 5-3 put out. Came in with 55 pitches. That's a way to make sure you're still around in the 6th and 7th inning is.
Yeah, and give South Sevier hitters credit. You know, they get up there, they're aggressive in the count early on. They got their pitch, they hit them hard, but 2 outs. But now this is where after 2 pitches, and I think Coach Baker even talking right here, hey, let's see at least 1 or 2 pitches, which Cannon Barna we know can do that.
Well, and change the pace as well, you know, maybe step out. First pitch right there, strike 1. See, he steps out, looks over. Cannon's good about that. That's kind of what he does all the time. So Bodie Wheatley steps off.
Yeah,
so I can play that game.
Yeah, Wheatley, you know, coming right at these hitters, throwing lots of strikes.
1 curveball. It's hit in the hole. Matheson makes a good play. Throw across. I don't think they're going to get him. No, beats it out.
Yeah, it was a really good play. Matheson going, getting that in the hole, and then even a better scoop there at first base from Orton, which, why should we be surprised, right? But that's the nice thing about having a first baseman like Orton right there being left-handed, too. He's able to reach out there and still make that closer than what it was. But Cannon Barney with the infield single.
So that'll bring up Biggs Northup. He's the big bat in the lineup, 442, 9 home runs, 32 driven in. He's dangerous every time he grabs the bat. Bodie Wheatley, first pitch. It's that outside corner for strike 1. That's a good place to pitch. Biggs Northup.
Well, in 4 straight batters, he started first pitch for a strike. So that's one of the things I'm sure that the coaching staff and South Sevier has talked about, that, hey, hitters, he's throwing first pitch strike, get in there and hit the ball.
Next one's in the dirt. It looked like that straight change we've seen him throw a couple times through the season. He's the one I think had the knuckle change.
Well, and I think if you're Coach Baker, now's a great time to try to get Cannon Barney going down there. Just through that ball, he might come back with a curve ball or something off speed.
There he goes. Swinging foul off to the left-hand side.
Yeah, nice job, Cannon Barney, getting down there. And Biggs Northup realizes he just missed that one. But, you know, there's 2 ways to look at it. You could have let that pitch go, and then Cannon Barney, you got a chance to drive in an RBI, or if it's the pitch and that's the pitch you're looking at, you've got to be swinging, which is what he was doing right there.
Could have been a 3-0 ball game. Biggs, most of his home runs have been no doubters. That one stays upstairs for ball 2.
Yeah, and Evans did a nice job of kind of just quickly pulling that down, looking back, maybe trying to sell it to the umpire, but 2-2. Here's the pitch. You probably get Barney going again.
Steve Bowler checks him, see if he comes over. Yep. Make sure that he can't just take off on first movement.
And Barney can get an extra step or 2 out there at first base.
Next pitch, not going. Well, there you go. It's driven deep, but I think it's going to go foul. Yeah, see, there's no doubt that hit up there on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Just a long, loud fly ball, yeah.
Souvenir jumping up and down and saying, I got the ball right here. But, yeah, Biggs Northup just way out in front of that one, but he hit it well.
Dancing like it was his birthday, wasn't he? Counts 2-2. That's right back up the middle. Bodie Wheatley is counting his blessings right there.
Yeah, I think his heart skipped a beat right there. That ball was hit hard right up the middle, and Wheatley did a nice job just to avoid getting hit. Runners at first and second now for South Sevier. 2 outs, and Peyton Ingram coming up. 0 for 2, looking for his first hit of the game.
Back-to-back hits, hit so hard he didn't have time to even try and get his glove down.
No.
Of course, the glove was on the opposite side. He kind of flew open, and that ball come right behind him. He facing first base, just kind of did the jiggy-loo, and how'd he gone? A lot of movement up there behind him, and that ball's hit towards the shortstop, Matheson. He knocks it down, but he's not going to be able to make the play. He didn't. On a real play, he might have had a chance at with second base, but I'm going to go with the base hit.
Yeah, it's definitely a base hit, but Cutler Matheson saved a run for sure, because if that ball gets into left field, then Barney's going to come around and score. But a really nice job laying out, stretching out, and he fielded it, just trying to come up too quick to maybe make a throw at third, or like you said, maybe even second, but he had no chance either way. But what he did best was knock that ball down, keep it from going to left field and giving up another run.
Coach Carter's going to go out and have a talk.
Yeah, Coach Carter out there to talk to his players. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHav.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Drs. Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, Rhett Smith, and a nurse practitioners Wade Hollingshead, Lindsay Cheney, Robin Horton, and Joan Yardley. The Beaver Medical Clinic is a family practice offering affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
At CDMC Medical Clinics, our growing team of physicians and advanced providers are shaping what rural health care can be. With an array of specialties available in world-class orthopedic medicine, our footprint is always expanding to ensure our personalized approach is reaching as many as possible. Familiar faces and expert knowledge, all of our locations can offer your family full-spectrum care in one place. Available
catch to end the inning and end this rally from South Sevier. So at the end of the top of the fifth, it's South Sevier 1, Beaver 0. You're listening on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports. We'll be back.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
This is Mark Huntsman, President and CEO of Sunrise Engineering. Thank you to our clients and employees at Sunrise for the opportunity to work together to accomplish many great things. When you think of an engineering company, roads and water systems may come first to your mind. At Sunrise, we're in the people business. The people at Sunrise work hard to create solutions that work and relationships that last for the people of our communities. To become part of the Sunrise team or to learn more about our professional services, visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
Just a reminder, Albee Lumber in Manti and Monroe custom manufactures trusses to order. Give them a call if you need a quote on trusses for your building project, large or small. Albee has architectural shingles on sale, plus great deals on Trex decking. Need power tools? Albee Lumber has a full line of power tools at great prices right now. Come in and check the sale items with new deals every week at Albee Lumber in Manti and Monroe, where the wood is good and so is the hardware.
When you make the right decision, it feels good. Like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Brent Stapley is right here in Beaver to help you select the right protection at the right price. Brent will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Brent Stapley, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your source for high school sports, KSVC.
Okay, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here, UCCU Ballpark. We're going into the top of the sixth inning. South Sevier comes, or Beaver, we're in the, I ought to get my page on the right. We're in the book. I knew we were still in we're going to the bottom of the fifth inning. That's Beavers coming to bat down by one. They'll bring the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Cutler Matheson, David Smith, Davin Orton. Biggs Northup still on the mound. I had him with 65 pitches through 4. First pitch. We have a pinch hitter. Is that Mason Murdoch?
Yes. He'll be batting for Cutler Matheson. Then I'm sure we'll see Cutler Matheson re-enter.
Let's pitch outside. We need to count up a 1-1. Let's see, Mason Murdoch. Number 15. 0.77 hitter. He lifts that one foul to the right-hand side. Normally used in a pitching role.
That good swing right there. Just missed that one. Fouls it off over the right-hand side, but he's got to come back right here, down 1-2. Shorten up on the bat. Maybe move up in the box a little bit and really cover the plate. Make sure that he gets anything close below the hands, and he's attacking it, putting a good swing on it.
Next pitch. Ball stayed outside. Even things up 2-2.
Yeah, it looks like Andrew Hollingshead down there warming up for Beaver in the bullpen.
Next pitch. Strike 3. Yeah, same result as Matheson ahead of him. Third strikeout for Biggs Northup. Fourth strikeout for Biggs Northup. I missed one.
Now these Beaver bats have just been shut right down yesterday by Kanab and again today by South Sevier. Just struggled to get a run on the board. Still looking to do that here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Just the 2 hits. First pitch strike to David Smith. That's lifted to the left side. That's going to drop in there for hit number 3 in front of Riker Freeman. He'll get the ball back in.
Yeah, David Smith, like you said, 3rd hit. Now Beaver with the runner on first, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 5th, it's going to bring up Davin Orton, who was already had one of those hits. I think Coach Carter may be going to bring a runner in for Orton. Looking to do whatever he can to try to get that 1 run across. Is going to bring in number 3. That's going to be Caleb Carter to run here for David Smith. Excuse me. So now Davin Orton with the chance to keep this inning going for Beaver. Got Caleb Carter at first base running for David Smith, who just gets the single.
1 out in the inning. Davin Orton, 1 for 1 in the ball game thus far. Came into the tournament hitting .284 with 13 driven in. Have no numbers on Caleb Carter as far as steals. Good lead. Northup dealing the first pitch. Strike 1 right there on the corner.
Yeah, caught that outside corner. Davin Orton, Coach Carter giving the signs, looking at his card on his wrist.
Big goes across. They thought.
Well, yeah, Red did a good job slapping the tag come off, and umpire right there says no, he was back in time.
There goes the runner. That ball's lifted. Just going to get over the shortstop Brace Brindley.
Not sure it was totally a hit and run other than still was on, and if the ball's in there, go ahead and swing away. And Davin Orton, 2 for 2 now, and right back to the top of the order for Bodie Wheatley. Runners at first and second here, 1 out.
Well, it's a 1-run ball game. You got one of your leading hitters up at the plate. I'm wondering about a little small ball here, or you play for the lead. We got that's pitching coach going out for South Sevier, going to talk things over there. All the runners for Beaver will gather around Coach Carter there near the third base coach's box, talking over some defensive strategy. Neither one of the balls were hit hard, both just little bloop singles.
Well, I think that's maybe something that Beaver needs to realize. You don't have to hit the ball hard. You just got to make good contact. Hopefully you find a hole, but sometimes those big swings and you're pulling off pitches, you're just mishitting them, you're popping them up or grounding out or just flat strikeout. you've got to be able to stay compact, stay within yourself, and sometimes it doesn't have to be that big hit, just the base hit, which is what we've seen right here for them here in the bottom of the 5th.
Okay, Bodie Wheatley lined out to the pitcher. He got on an E5. Comes in hitting 476 with 23 driven in. He squares. Lifts that right to the catcher. He's sick to himself. He just, the P1 or P2 there, just didn't get down on top of that. But shows you what the game means. Got your 476 hitter trying to lay a bunt down. That'll bring up Raider Blomquist. Flying out twice to right field. That one hits softly back. They're just going to get the one out. That's going to end the inning.
Yeah, Coach Carter just sick about it there in the third base dugout. And South Sevier fired up as they shut down any rally, and Beaver missed opportunity right there. Still trailing this one 1-0.
Left 2 runners on there, so through 5 complete. Still a 1-0 ball game. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience fresh-baked artisan breads and pastries in their bakery, and sushi made fresh every day. Get all this with hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home. Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
Coverage of local high school sports on KSVC.
Okay, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here. We're going to the top of the 6th inning. Have a 1-run ball game here, 1-0 in favor of the South Sevier Rams as they come to bat. Facing Bodie Wheatley, I had him with 67 pitches through 5. And he's come out to start the 6th inning. He'll face the 5-6-7. Riker Freeman, Brace Brindley, Cameron Hesse. Riker Freeman, first pitch, low and away for ball 1.
Yeah, just missed on the outside part of the plate last inning. Bodie Wheatley was really efficient, throwing lots of first pitch strikes.
First pitch, Riker Freeman. He skies one. That hit deep. That's going to get down.
Out of here.
That's out of here. Nope,
Yep.
we counted a ground rule double. They throw their hands up.
Out of here. That ball hit the Perry home sign under the scoreboard for a home run.
There you go. Riker Freeman.
I'll tell you what, he came in swinging a hot bat, and he's got the power, and he shows it right there, right center field gap for a big insurance run for South Sevier.
So 2-0. Evans out to talk to Bodie Wheatley, trying to shake him off. Coach Daniel Carter is going to come in. He's going to bring the left-hander in, Andrew Hollingshead. Trying to keep him under 75 pitches, I'm guessing, in case they can come back and win this ball game. I don't know, you got to win this ball game. But Andrew Hollingshead, while we're making the changes here, we'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, KSL Sports, and TeamHive.live.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Johnson DeMille Engineering was founded in 1982 with a simple mission: to shape the quality of life where we live, work, and play. From flooding, designing safe wastewater systems, and connecting our communities. It is our goal to create a place where people want to live, work, and enjoy life. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Proud to support our local high school baseball teams located at 180 North, 100 East, Suite C in Richfield. Owner Haley Tebbs is happy to help with all of your individual and group health insurance needs. At Tebbs Financial, they can also offer a wide range of investment options, including IRAs and college savings plans. Stop in or call 893-2107. And remember, Babe Ruth once said, don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Securities offered through Parkland Securities Company, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Tebbs Financial is independent of Parkland Securities.
Okay, new pitcher, Andrew Hollingshead. First pitch to Brace Brindley. His ball went outside. Andrew comes in with a 2.87 ERA, limited duty, 2 2/3 innings, 5 base on balls, 6 strikeouts, and a nice curveball there for strike one. And no record. Oh no, right now. Brace Brindley reached on an air and popped up to the shortstop. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Another big curveball.
Yeah, really good curveball from Hollingshead right there, trying to give these South Sevier hitters a different look and keep this to a 2-run game.
So the 1-2 is on its way inside underneath the arms of Brace Brindley for the strikeout. And out number 1, first strikeout for Andrew Hollingshead. I only had Wheatley down for 1 himself, which is kind of abnormal for Bowden. So the second strikeout in the ball game. Limited 1 error apiece, 1 base on balls, and I think a hit by pitch for Biggs Northup are the only blemishes on the pitching things. First pitch to Cameron Hesse from the left side, the curveball there for strike 1.
And I'm not sure coming into even Tuesday how many home runs Riker Freeman has, but we've seen 3 now since Tuesday.
Yep, I didn't put him down, but that. I think I had him down. That next pitch is a ball. Let me see. Number 8. Yeah, I just missed him. I know, yeah, we saw 2 on
Tuesday and then 1 here today, but really hit well.
Yeah, and the ones that he hit on Tuesday were no doubters as well. Next pitch, another curveball. It stays up, so the count goes 3-1.
Yeah, you don't want to fall behind to Cameron Hesse. He's a big, strong kid, too, capable of hitting something in a gap right here and giving him another runner in scoring position.
Yep, mocks him. So, second walk given up by the pitching staff. 1 for Wheatley, 1 now for Hollingshead, just his second batter. So 2-0 here. We are in the top of the 6th inning. This scheduled for 7.
South Sevier going to bring in number 10. That's Crew Winkle, and he'll run for Hesse.
Crew Winkle. Crew came into the ball game yesterday as a runner as well. And that brings up Jagger Red. Jagger 0 for 1. Had a walk, stranded at second, and flew out to left field. Coach Baker talking there. He'd like a little bit more in a change. I'm surely not making a double switch. Not with Crew Winkle, I'm sure. Up there, they got him now. So they pulled him back for a second. And so now he's out there. Get everything legal.
Yeah. Well, I think they were just making sure that they know that it's a straight substitution, and if Hesse goes back out, he's going to have to substitute right back in for Winkle.
Crew Winkle having the numbers for steals for Crew. First pitch from Hollingshead, the curveball, that's ripped to the left side, just in front of Deegan Blackner for a base hit.
Yeah, nice hit, Jagger Red. It's twice we've seen him first pitch swinging. He's better, too, when he swings early in the count. He's aggressive at the plate. Nice piece of hitting right there. Keep this rally alive for South Sevier, which was started with the big home run from Riker Freeman.
Yeah, Riker Freeman put a charge into one. Like the partner said, that hit off the Perry home signs at the bottom of the scoreboard out there. I'm going to guess 375, 380 out there, or a little better maybe.
Yeah.
No dimensions on the ballpark here, but first pitch coming to Payson Mitchell. Payson 1 for 2 in the ball game. Braden Evans stops that one in the dirt, in the turf dirt there for ball 1.
And Payson's done a nice job defensively at second base, but I like him there in the 9th spot. Came up with that first RBI and single there in his first at-bat in that second inning.
Well, now pitch, that's going to be out to Blackner. He's over there for the L7 and out number 2. Hit on a line, but right at Deegan Blackner. He had to take like 5-6 steps to the line, haul that in.
Yeah, ball was hit right. He squared it up, hit right on the screws, but to right at Blackner in left field. Now Cannon Barney's coming up, and once again, this is a situation where Cannon's got to recognize runner at second, 2 outs, be aggressive, go get a base hit, get an extra run in.
A lot of action out there behind Andrew Hollingshead. Everything settles down. First pitch, yeah, he was going after it.
Good swing.
Good level swing, didn't pull off, just got under the baseball. Looks a lot like a kid that led off the ball club last year for the last 4 years. Next pitch, another curveball. He was on that one too.
Yeah,
just found it back.
Winkle's got to get a little bit bigger lead out there with, the outfielders for Beaver are playing fairly deep, so he should be able to score easily on anything hit to the outfield. But he's got Cutler Matheson playing over as a shortstop in that 5-6 hole a little bit, at least shading that way. Second base, David Smith not really holding him on until now, but got a good
now,
secondary.
He's got to go out. There he goes. Swing and miss, strike 3. He was moving on the pitch, but it doesn't matter. Strike 3, so the second strikeout for Andrew Hollingshead. So they got the 1 run. They did so on 2 hits. There were no errors, and there were 2 runners left on. So after 5.5, it is 2-1 in favor of the South Sevier Rams with Beaver coming to bat. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, KSL Sports, and TeamHive.live.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
The City of Monroe is proud to have its own power company and to support South Sevier Athletics. Monroe City Power delivers nice, bright lights for every South Sevier athletic event at home. Having a public power company enables Monroe City to provide community improvements that could not be afforded otherwise while keeping rates down at the same time. The City of Monroe and Monroe City Electric Department are proud of their South Sevier Rams and wish them well in all endeavors.
Your source for high school sports. KSBC.
Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here. Biggs Northup still on the mound, bottom of the 6th. Had him in with 76 pitches. He will face the 3-4-5 hitters, Deegan Blackner, Deegan Bailey, and Braden Evans. 7 hits, 2 runs for the South Sevier Rams. 4 hits, no runs. Errors are even at 1. So Deegan Blackner steps to the plate, 0 for 2 on the day. Came in hitting 368. Big Northup, first pitch, curveball. Hit weakly to the left side. Payton Ingram jumps out there. I get the Paysons and Paytons mixed up here. I know you find it hard to believe, Coach, but strike one.
Yeah, Deegan Blackner right there being aggressive first pitch, trying to get something started for his Beavers.
Next pitch right there, strike two. If you're going to go at that pitch, you went out on the first one. Why not go for that one?
Well,
a little better, a little more of the strike zone.
And he didn't like it. Umpire called it a strike, but Blackner frustrated with that one.
That ball's been a strike all tournament long. Got looking. You don't want to show up the umpire, especially in a situation like this. I have that as the 5th strikeout. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, Deegan Bailey hit one pretty good his last at-bat, but flew out to left field, Stockton Roberts.
That's hit toward the second baseman, Payson Mitchell. Over to Jagger Red for out number 2 on the 4-3 put out.
And so far, they just really haven't, they put 2 hits together. David Smith and Davin Orton in the last inning where they were able to string a couple together, but they've just been able to really not do that consistently against Biggs Northrop here today.
Time is called. Evans steps out. Biggs Northrop's just going to stand there and stare in. Wrap. There's the pitch, strike one. I think Biggs Northrop's feeling it. You're in the bottom of the 6th inning. You got a 2-run lead. Things going your way. Facing the number 5 hitter with 2 outs. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike 2.
Well, just, it's an unorthodox, a pitching motion, I guess. I don't know how else to say it, but he comes really closed when he comes set. He hides the ball well, and it's sneaky fast. It gets on you quickly.
Curveball hit in the air to Riker, up off the glove of Riker Freeman. He's going to end up at third base.
And I don't think Cannon Barney saw that one at all because Riker Freeman, I think he was just saying, I can't see it, it's all you. And Freeman came a long ways from center field, laid out, it hits off his glove, but I'm not sure Barney even saw that one.
I think I'm going to have to go with an error. They go with the hit on the scoreboard. What do you think?
It probably was a hit. I mean, he had to lay out. I mean, yeah, it hits his glove, but he made a great effort. He ran a long ways. And like I say, I just don't think that Cannon Barney was able to pick that one up off the bat.
Number 6 hitter, Andrew Hollingshead from the left-hand side. He lifts one. It's going to get foul back here right in front of us. And here again, I don't think catcher Peyton Ingram saw that.
Well, you got to really track it from the pitcher all the way to home plate, try to pick it up. Hollings had a chance to drive in a first run for Beaver.
Well, hit lazily towards Northup. He's going to grab that one for the P1 and the third out. So no runs on one hit. There were no errors in the inning, and there was one runner left on base. After 6 complete, it's 2-0. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, KSL Sports.
Embark on your journey to radiant skin with Sam Pete Skin Bar. Whether you are looking to address specific skin concerns, kickstart your skincare routine, or simply indulge in relaxation, we've got you covered. Facials, microneedling, seasonal chemical peels, and more. Located at 210 West Main Street in Mount Pleasant, Utah. Visit our website at sampeteskinbar.com or call or text 435-314-6024 to book your appointment today.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
Or navigate steep trails. And some hands heal. They mend broken bones, deliver new life, set us on the right path, and help us feel better again. At Sevier Valley Hospital, our hands are here to help and heal.
Live high school sports action on KSVC.
Okay, top of 7. 2-run lead here for South Sevier as they come to bat. And nice thing about facing Andrew Hollingshead, if they get to face another left-hander here in the tournament, it won't be the first time you've seen a left-hander here. I think the first left-hander they've seen in the tournament that I can remember.
Yeah, and Biggs Northrop has a chance to maybe help himself out and get one more insurance run.
Yep. Just saw Riker Freeman dial 0. And he's looking to do the same. First pitch down or ball 1. I say dial 0. Most of you might not remember. That's long distance. Yep. He's just going to drive one to third base. Foul. Kind of a late call.
Yeah, it was a really late call, but Bailey did a nice job, went over there, fielded it. A tough job just to field that one, and then was ready to come up and throw it, and they call foul.
Yeah, it was home plate umped and ended up calling it, not even the base umpire. So the 0-1. Well, that big hop there.
Yeah, it was a tough one. Again, Bailey went to his left, was able to go get that last one, to his right, and then that one kind of a little bit to his left, and then took one last big hop and tried to get it. It's one of those you can't get it out in front. He tried to cradle it inside, tight to his body. It ricochets off his glove over towards the shortstop, and Biggs Northrop safely at first.
I'm going to go with the hit on that one. I think they gave it an error.
Yeah, they did.
Yep, we'll give it an error. Go E5.
Yeah, Peyton Ingram coming up now. 1 for 3 on the day. He singled his last at-bat.
There goes the runner. Evans with the late throw. Gets all the way into center field. And Northup is going to get to third base.
They kind of double pumped that one and then threw it, and it got past both Cutler and Matheson. And is that
so? 2 errors in the inning. A throwing error there on ball 1.
Yep, Beavers gonna have to pull in on the grass. You can't afford to give up another run. So infield in. Hollingshead is throwing from the stretch.
Not much of a lead over there at third base. Ball 1 inside on the curveball, or ball 2 inside.
Yeah, Peyton Ingram's got to, get a pitch out over the plate that he can hit out of the infield with the infield in.
Scoreboard shows 3-0, but I think that's just it's a strike. Show us the count there, Blue.
Yeah, outfield's pretty deep, so anything hit deep to the fly as a fly ball, Biggs Northrop should be able to tag and score easily.
That's it towards the second baseman. Then he's going to have to retreat. Yeah, on the
nice play from David Smith there at second base. Fields it, looks him back kind of multiple times, has plenty of time, flips it over to Orton for the out. So that's why you pull the infield in. You got to really, if you're a South Sevier hitter, you have to try to get a pitch up in the zone or out over the plate that you can hit in the outfield.
So it brings up Canyon Okerlund. And then the danger striker Freeman on deck. First pitch in the dirt. They're saying he went for strike 1.
Yeah, if you're Beaver, you'd rather see Freeman with at least 2 outs rather than having a chance with 1 out. Canyon Okerlund has flew out to left, line to center, and flew out to right, so he's capable of getting a fly ball.
That's off the glove and into left field. That's going to score the run.
And you got to give that one a single, but that's one of those where the pitcher probably needed to not try to field that one. I think Cutler Matheson had one more step to his left. He would have fielded that, probably been able to hold the runner and get the out at first, but it ricochets off Hollingshead's glove, and Matheson not able to come up with it.
So that'll bring up Riker Freeman. He hit the home run, solo home run, his last time up. He's facing the left-hander this time, Andrew Hollingshead. First pitch curveball. He's going to catch the corner. I could have told you the curveball's coming. He's going to have to, probably going to have to hit the curveball.
Yeah, he's going to see probably a steady diet of those here from Hollingshead.
Well, they say take two and go to right. Well, this one go to left. Up. There goes the throw to first. And Lysander leaves one of them up in the middle portion of the plate. So the 0-1 on its way. There's the curveball. Oh, swing and a miss, kind of pulled off on that one.
Yeah, that's what you're going to do. If you're facing a lefty right there, batting from that left-handed box, you've got to same thing. Turn that front shoulder in, try to hit that ball middle into left field versus pulling off of it.
There's the 0-2. Oh, that gets him.
Yeah, 0-2 threw the curveball again, tried to throw it inside and get it to break over the inside part of the plate, just left it in the batter's box, and Freeman just ducks, turns, takes it in the back of the helmet.
So hit by pitch, Coach Daniel Carter's out. Coach Daniel Carter's out. We're going to go back to the studio here on V6 Media, KSL Sports, TeamHive.live, and Mid-Utah Radio, sports.com.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now.
Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Financial is proud to support our local high school baseball teams located at 180 North 100 East Suite C in Richfield. Owner Haley Tebbs is happy to help with all of your individual and group health insurance needs. At Tebbs Financial, they can also offer a wide range of investment options, including IRAs and college savings plans. Stop in or call 893-2107. And remember, Babe Ruth once said, don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Securities offered through Parkland Securities Company, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Tebbs Financial is independent of Parkland Securities.
This is Central Utah's sports leader, KSBC.
Okay, Davin Orton, the new pitcher. Andrew Hollingshead goes to first base. Orton, a 2.0 ERA, 7 innings pitched, 11 base on balls, 15 strikeouts. No record. He's going to face Brace Brindley. Brace 0 for 3 in the ball game. Runners at first and second. 1 out. 3-0 your score. If anything, Morton throws a little bit harder, comes right straight down over the top. Going to have the ball. It's going to tail away. It gets strike one call right there to Brace Brindley.
Yeah, that's how you want to start. If you're Davin Orton, coming right in there, strike one, attacking the hitters.
Paying a lot of attention to the runner there at second. That ball stays up, consequently. Didn't quite get everything square before he came to the plate. That's Canyon Okerlund out there, scooting around, swinging a miss on a good fastball.
Got 2 strikes now, 1-2. Surprised that Hollingshead playing in front of the runner there at first base instead of playing behind, but
got a lot of movement out there. There we go. Oh, swing and a miss on a good one on the outside portion. For the second out. Just the third strikeout in the ballgame, one for each of the pitchers. That's going to bring up Cameron Hesse.
Actually, Stockton Roberts.
Stockton Roberts?
Yeah, so I believe they've bumped him into that.
Tried to call timeout. Eric Baker called that one.
Yeah, it looked like he just get his hand in there, and Eric Baker really selling it that he was safe, but Stockton Roberts, who was being DH for, now into that DH spot, batting seventh. We've had Cameron Hesse in that spot earlier.
Stockton, a 102 hitter. Swings and miss. Strike two.
And he's got a chance right here. Just put something in play. Got good speed on the base pass. Chance to score two more runs and really make it difficult on Beaver going into the bottom of the seventh.
Just got a piece of that one to stay alive. Yeah, Cameron Hesse was a 348 hitter coming into the ball game. Stockton, a 102 hitter with 8 driven in. Cameron 13. He was over 2, swing and a miss, strike 3. So they do come up with the 1 run. They do it on 2 hits. There were 2 errors in the inning, and there were 2 runners left on base. After 6.5, it's 3-0 with Beaver coming to bat in the bottom of the 3rd inning, or bottom of the 7th inning. We'll be back on V6 Media, KSL Sports, TeamHive.live, and Mid-Utah Radio Sports.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
The City of Monroe is proud to have its own power company and to support South Sevier Athletics. Monroe City Power delivers nice, bright lights for every South Sevier athletic event at home. Having a public power company enables Monroe City to provide community improvements that could not be afforded otherwise while keeping rates down at the same time. The City of Monroe and Monroe City Electric Department are proud of their South Sevier Rams and wish them well in all endeavors.
You're listening to exciting high school sports action on
KSBC.
Okay. Beavers come to bat in the bottom of the 7th inning. They got 3 outs to try and come up with at least 3 runs to extend this ball game. A 4th one would win it. But so far, that's been the mystery, trying to figure out a way to score on Biggs Northup. I had him coming in with 85 pitches. He's going to face 7, 8, and 9, bringing up big number 99. Gabe Robinson. Have no numbers on it. 0 for 5 on the season, but he bats from the left-hand side.
Yeah, he'll be batting for Cutler Matheson.
So, first pitch from Biggs Northup to Gabe Robinson. A swing and a miss. Big swing.
Yeah, he had a good-looking swing at it right there. Just pulled off that one a little bit.
Actually, that's lifted to center field. Coming in is Riker Freeman. He's got it for out number 1 on the F8.
That's going to bring up David Smith. He's 1 for 2, grounded out to second and singled in his last at-bat.
Came in hitting 500, the 2 driven in. 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch, curveball. That's going to be 2 hits in a row. That hit the left field.
I was impressed with him last week in that pod that we did down there on Saturday, and he's just continued that here in the tournament.
Good-looking umpire. I think he's just a sophomore, isn't he?
I don't have the years here listed.
Pretty sure he is. He's just a sophomore, if I remember right. So that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Davin Orton. 2 for 2 in the ball game. Curve ball. First pitch swinging, fouls that and back.
Yep, Davin Orton, the first baseman, 2 for 2 today. He's also came in now and just finished that last inning with 2 strikeouts.
So to first base. Looks like Caleb Carter again running. Nope, that's David Smith running for himself this time. Because he re-entered, he can't do it again, or he's out of the ballgame. From next pitch is down. And that was a straight change when Caleb Carter ran for him earlier. 1-1 pitch from Biggs Northrop with 1 out. First pitch, or second pitch, throws that by him. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Runner on. They need 1 more batter to come to the plate before they reach that 3rd out.
Yeah. Yep, Davin Orton trying to get it back to the top of the order, put a rally here together. They're down 3.
Next pitch, that's lifted to the right-hand side. Cannon Barney on his horse. Looks like he's going to track it down. He's got it for out number 2 on the F9. But that gets him back to the top of the lineup. Bodie Wheatley with a chance to do some damage. Bodie 0 for 3 in the ballgame. Did reach on the air back in the 3rd inning. But the top of the lineup been pretty quiet. Top 3, 0 for.
Yeah, Wheatley, trying to bunt last time. More than likely was trying to bunt for a base hit, but popped it up to Ingram, the catcher.
Takes ball 1.
Beaver down to 1 out.
Curveball, that's fouled off. Back behind, even things up.
Yep, Biggs has been good out there on the mound. 93 pitches. He's been efficient and able to finish this one out right here if he can get Wheatley.
That's hit towards the shortstop. Across the diamond, gets the tag down. And they get the out.
Jagger Red with a really nice play coming off the bag, catching it, getting the tag for out number 3.
So, and that leaves a few pitches later today if they decide to use Biggs Northrop maybe in a cleanup role. So the final here is 3-0. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Team Hive.live, B6 Media, and KSL Sports.